our guest, Syed Muhammad Hassan Abidi. He is 15 years old, born in California. He is passionate about soccer. His goal is to be a successful computer programmer and being a practicing Muslim and help humanity through his time, money, and knowledge, inshallah. So let's welcome Syed Muhammad Hassan with salawat to deliver his speech.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. In the name of God, the most beneficent and the merciful. Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. When you see these words, dopamine, addiction, withdrawal, denial, what comes to your mind? Now, many of you might believe that what these words have to do with is something like alcohol addiction or drug addiction. But what if I told you that what these words have to do with is neither alcohol addiction or drug addiction, but something that many of you have in your pockets right now? In fact, I see many using it as I speak right now. What these words represent, my dear brothers and sisters, is how we, as a society, are currently getting addicted to social media. Now, the world currently portrays social media as a positive and harmless product. But, as comedian Bill Maher has said, the tycoons of social media need to stop pretending that they're just friendly nerd gods building a better place, and just admit that they're tobacco farmers in t-shirts selling an addictive product to children. Because, let's face it, checking your likes is the new smoking. Now please, brothers and sisters, don't confuse what I am talking about with the many great resources we have, such as Khan Academy, Udemy, lynda.org, and many, many more. But these amazing resources are majority overshadowed by the useless and completely pathetic ones. To show you what I mean, how many of us know of infamous but complete cringe YouTuber Logan Paul? Show me your hands. So pretty much everybody knows who he is, but for those who don't, he's a YouTuber who uploads content regarding rap battles, diss tracks, boxing fights, and many more. He joined YouTube on August 28th, 2015, and as of early December, he had 18.6 million subscribers with a bit more than 4.1 billion views. That's a B, 9 zeros. And this was in early December, so I don't know how much he has now, but he probably has much more. And now, on the flip side, how many of us know of renowned chemistry professor, PhD from MIT, Tyler Dewitt? For those who don't know, Tyler Dewitt is also a YouTuber who uploads content regarding educational science videos, chemistry videos, and stuff like that. He joined YouTube on March 22nd, 2007, and as of early December, he only has 666,000 subscribers with a bit more than 68 million views. Tyler, go on the last slide. Tyler Dewitt, and I say this from personal experience, is an absolutely amazing chemistry professor who's a raw product of hard work and passion. Now, like, how do we solve this, right? Why everywhere we go on YouTube, whether recommended, trending, up next, we just see Logan Paul and the likes of Logan Paul? I'm not saying that's wrong just to see these type of YouTubers, but we never get to see these educational type of YouTubers. So now, before I begin to dissect this issue, we must understand the severity of this issue. Social media is an integral part of our society, and due to its daily usage, it would be nearly impossible to eliminate from our lives. To show you what I mean, how many of you knew that we make our first 11 people in our world are creating their first social media accounts every single minute? So as I'm speaking right now, there's 11 people in our world who are creating their first Snapchat accounts, their first Instagram accounts, their first Twitter accounts, and many, many more. We use our social media 150 times a day and at least once every 15 minutes or less. We also use our smartphones, technology, tablets for at least 2 hours every day, and 3.8 billion people use the internet on a day-to-day basis. So now that we've understood the severity and complexity of this issue, how do we solve it, right? How do we tackle it? So unfortunately, there is no simple solution to this issue. Therefore, we need a multifaceted approach in which there are many prongs. In the first prong of this multifaceted approach, it involves our parents. Our parents must demonstrate that we can minimize social media and technology by not using it in front of their kids. Parents must also spend quality time with their kids every single day in which no distractions are allowed, especially technology. Now, the second thing parents must do is provide the best environment they can for their kids. What this means is either a faith-based school or a really good community center which they can find like-minded friends and like-minded community members. And they must also help their kids find and meet correct, good moral friends. Now, an important factor of this that parents, which almost all parents forget, is that you cannot implement these traits when your kids are 15, 16 years old, when they're, baligh and they believe that, I'm in the driver's seat, I know what I'm doing. You must implement these when your kids are 1, 2, 3 years old, so their base remains firm and strong. Next slide. So this is an image. It's a bit exaggerated, but it really does show how our youth are being raised, with the mother and father completely busy on their phone and their son in the middle dying of boredom. So now, before I move on to my other prongs, I'd like to introduce the theory of fraud. When someone commits a fraud in an organization, it has 3 elements: rationalization, incentive, and opportunity. So the youth abusing social media has all 3 of these elements. Kids rationalize their immoral and abusive use of social media by thinking, my friends do it, or X, Y, and Z does it. Essentially, they're being peer pressured by everybody around them. The incentive comes from the entertaining part of social media and, unfortunately, inappropriate content as well. Now, the opportunity comes from how easy smartphones, tablets, Xboxes, even smartwatches have made it for us to access whatever we want, however we want, whenever we want, with very limited oversight. Now, there is no possible way where we could counter these massive external forces without an internal behavioral change. So the question is, what can we do to counter these forces? The answer to that, my dear brothers and sisters, is love, which is the most potent way to modify human behavior. Therefore, what we need to do is instill the love of Prophet Muhammad and his progeny in our youth from a very young age. There are many ways we could do this, but the best way, the easiest way, and the most direct way to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is through Imam Hussein alayhi salam. So whenever you think of Imam Hussein, you should understand that his sacrifice and the depth of his love for us should become a shield against the allure of social media. So you won't have to struggle against all those notifications and those noises. You just have to think of Imam Hussein alayhi salam, and he'll become that shield. So now, the final prong of this multifaceted approach, which I believe is the most important prong, involves none other than yourself. Next slide. My dear brothers and sisters, if you do not accept that social media is addictive, that yes, social media wastes your time, you will never change. I could stand here for 10 hours, your parents could stand here for 10 hours, the greatest honors of this world could stand here for 10 hours, but you won't change. But once you have that inner realization, that inner motivation that yeah, I'm addicted to social media, I'm addicted to technology, I'm not saying it's going to be easy. In fact, it's going to be the hardest thing you've ever done in your life. But, as Imam Ali has said, through patience, great things can be accomplished. So, once you have that realization, once you accept that, yes, I'm addicted, you should feel proud of yourself. You know why? Because that's progress. And for every step you take towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He takes 10. When you walk towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He runs. Thank you. Before I get off, I just wanted to thank Maulana for bringing us, me and my cousin, all the way from California Bay Area to give our speech. It really meant a lot. And I wanted to thank the community for listening, and inshallah we all learned something today. And I wanted to thank my aunt and uncle for bringing me all the way, because my parents couldn't make it, unfortunately, but they brought me all the way and they took care of me. So yeah, thank you so much. Salam.